So guys, for those who don't know, every single Halloween event, we see a leaderboard for people to grind for. This leaderboard is only for the top Murder Mystery 2 players, and if you do get on this leaderboard at the very end of the event, you will be getting a special unique reskinned item from one of the existing godlies in the game. Grinding the leaderboard is such a sought after task in the MM2 community, and one that a lot of players end up failing. So today I want to talk to you guys what you should exactly do in Murder Mystery 2 if you do want to get on one of these leaderboards in the upcoming Halloween event. This is stuff that you're going to want to know before the event actually starts, because as soon as the event is live, you're going to want to immediately start grinding for the leaderboard. So one of the first most important things you could do for this leaderboard is have a good time management for this event. What I mean is that every single day you're going to want to schedule when you're going to start grinding and when you're going to end grinding in Murder Mystery 2. I would say if you want to get on the leaderboard, the minimum amount of hours you should be grinding is at least 10 hours, because only 100 people can get on this leaderboard. 100 out of like the over 100,000 players that's going to be playing in Murder Mystery 2. So it's important for you to play Murder Mystery 2 as much as physically possible, because if you miss any hours, there's a good chance you will miss out on the leaderboard. There's a good chance you'll have to grind for even more than 10 hours a day, which is honestly too much for a lot of leaderboard grinders. So what a lot of people do end up doing is that they will give their friend their account so their friend can grind for them while they can like mentally recharge so they can grind again. That's kind of against the Roblox rules, so I wouldn't exactly recommend it, but I will say a lot of leaderboard players do end up doing this, so just keep that in mind, I suppose. The next tip for grinding a leaderboard is that you're going to not want to grind in like public servers filled with this random Murder Mystery 2 players, because there's a good chance you're going to die a lot more often when you're trying to collect candies, which will dramatically hinder your experience grinding for the leaderboard, since there'll be so much time where you're just waiting for the next round in the lobby, not collecting candies. What a lot of Murder Mystery players do end up doing is that they go down to the server list, go down to Ascending, where they find only the smallest servers, and then join a server where there's only a couple people in the server. As you can see, there's some servers only like 5 people in it, because there's a lot less people that will go out and try and kill you in the Murder Mystery 2 rounds, which give you more chance to go for all these candies. A lot of pro MM2 players, when they do join a small server, they usually like to get like a friend to help them as well, because that's one extra person that will not kill you in the Murder Mystery 2 round, and they can help you grind as well. And some players also like to invite alt accounts into the server, sometimes even multiple alt accounts, just to hold that spot so normal MM2 players cannot join the server and hinder your experience. Instead, it'll just be like dead MM2 players that will not kill you in the rounds, which can definitely be pretty useful. I'm pretty sure some of like the top MM2 players, like the top 10 grinders, they go into a server all by themselves, and then they just fill the server up completely with alt accounts. So it will just be them to get all the candies for themselves. I know most people won't be able to do that, because no one really has 11 alt accounts just lying around, and especially 11 alt accounts that they can play Murder Mystery 2 all at one time. So you can really only play Roblox on one account at a time. Maybe if you have multiple devices or maybe some extensions on your computer to invite multiple alt accounts in the server, you can maybe do that, but it's very hard, so only do that if you know if you can invite lots of alt accounts at once. The next tip is finding out what maps are good for grinding, because believe it or not, some maps are better for grinding candies than other maps, which is kind of strange, but that's just how it is. Let me just show on screen all the best maps for collecting candies. As you can see, maps like Mansion 2, Hospital 3, House 2, Office 3, Farmhouse, and Barn. Of course, if the Barn map does end up returning. All these maps are amazing for grinding candies, since they all either are extremely open or they just happen to spawn a lot more candies than normal. Again, believe it or not, some maps just have a great candy spawn. Now, these maps are not going to be as good for grinding candies. They're not horrible, but you're going to want to pick some other maps instead. But some of the alright maps for grinding is like Biolab, Factory, Research Facility, Workplace, and Millbase. And these maps do not have the best candy spawns in the world, and some of these maps are not extremely open as well, so definitely not the best. But if you have to pick these maps, then just go for it, I suppose. But these next maps are absolutely horrible for grinding candies, and you're not going to want to play these maps under any circumstances. Maps like Mineshaft, Police Station, Bank 2, Hotel 2, Manor, and M Studio. All these maps are either not open at all or just happen to have horrible candy spawns. Like, I'm going to say right now, I believe the Manor map is the worst map for grinding out of all maps in the game. That includes all the normal maps, all the Halloween maps, and all the Christmas maps. I've heard that nobody likes going for Manor, and that just has horrible candy spawns, so Manor and the rest of these maps I would not recommend going for. But guys, the leaderboard is most likely going to last for 2 weeks, similar to how last Halloween lasted, which is a very long time. That's like so many hours you have to grind Murder Mystery 2 every single day just for you to go on this leaderboard. It'll definitely be tough, but if you do want to get that reskinned unique item, it's definitely something you're going to want to do. It'll be extremely hard to like stay motivated and like not be completely burnt out of playing Murder Mystery 2. So something I'd recommend is like doing something on the side while you're grinding, maybe watching something on Netflix or something on YouTube, maybe talking to a friend or playing a really chill game or something. Because if you're doing nothing but grinding Murder Mystery 2 for 2 weeks, weeks straight. That's gonna be extremely mentally draining. There's a good chance they're going to want to quit Murder Mystery 2 during the grind. That would really suck, and that's like over a week of grinding completely gone to waste since you decided to quit in the middle of it. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, that's about every single tip and trick I do have for you guys. Reminder that I don't actually go for these leaderboards myself. These are all tips that the MM2 leaderboard community has given to me. So if there's any other tips and tricks that you guys have, please let me know in the comments, and maybe you guys can actually help other people out in the comment section. But yeah, guys, that's about it to this video, so I'm gonna end it off here. So until next time, goodbye.